Gobekli Tepe, located in southeastern Turkey, is an archaeological marvel that continues to baffle experts. Estimated to be over 11,000 years old, it predates Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids, challenging the conventional timeline of human civilization. This site comprises numerous massive stone pillars, some reaching heights of up to 20 feet and weighing several tons, intricately carved with animal motifs and abstract symbols. The pillars are arranged in circular structures, believed to be ceremonial or religious in nature. What makes Gobekli Tepe unique is not just its age, but the sophistication evident in its construction. It was built by a society that was presumed to be simple hunter-gatherers, yet the complexity of the site suggests a high degree of social organization and advanced architectural skills. This contradicts the established notion that such complex societies only formed after the advent of agriculture and settled life. One theory about Gobekli Tepe's purpose is that it served as a religious temple or site for ritual gatherings. Some archaeologists speculate that its construction could have been driven by astrological events or as a form of ancestor worship. Intriguingly, the site appears to have been intentionally buried several millennia ago, leading to theories that it could have been a ritualistic closure or protection against invasion or natural disaster. The ancient city of Dwarka, mentioned in Hindu scriptures and believed to have been established by Lord Krishna, has long been a subject of intrigue. Recent underwater explorations off the coast of modern-day Gujarat, India, have unearthed structures and artifacts that some believe are remnants of this legendary city. The findings include stone structures, pottery, sections of walls and beads, which suggest a rich and well-established settlement. These discoveries have reignited interest in the historicity of the Mahabharata, an epic narrative in which Dwarka plays a significant role. According to the text, Dwarka was a city of unparalleled splendor and prosperity, which submerged into the sea following Krishna's departure from the world. The archaeological findings lend some credibility to these ancient texts, blurring the lines between myth and history. The exact age of the underwater ruins is still a subject of research, with estimates ranging from a few thousand to several thousand years old. The city's advanced urban planning, as suggested by the layout of the discovered structures, indicates a highly sophisticated civilization. Theories about Dwarka range from it being an important port city of the ancient Indus Valley civilization to a standalone powerful city-state with significant maritime links. The Sumerians, an ancient civilization that flourished in the region of southern Mesopotamia, which is known as modern-day Iraq, are credited with one of the most significant inventions in human history, the creation of writing. Their script, known as cuneiform, emerged around 3500 BCE and marks a profound transition in human culture from prehistory to the historical period. Cuneiform began as a system of pictographs, used initially for simple record-keeping and accounting purposes. Over time, these pictographs evolved into a complex system of writing, enabling the Sumerians to document laws, myths, business transactions, and daily events. This innovation was revolutionary as it allowed for the preservation and transmission of knowledge across generations and distances. The Sumerians used clay as their writing medium, inscribing wet clay tablets with a stylus made typically from a reed. Once inscribed, the tablets were baked in the sun or a kiln, making the writing durable. Thousands of these tablets have survived, providing a wealth of information about Sumerian culture, economy, religion, and daily life. One of the most intriguing aspects of Sumerian writing is its sudden appearance and rapid development. There is no clear precursor to cuneiform, leading to various theories about its origins. Some scholars suggest that it was a result of Sumer's complex society, needing a method to document transactions and property, while others theorize external influences or an evolutionary leap in cognitive ability. The Sumerians were also advanced in other areas, such as mathematics, astronomy, and architecture. They developed a base 60 number system, which influences how we measure time and angles to this day. Their understanding of astronomy was sophisticated, as evidenced by various astronomical records and observations. The legacy of the Sumerians extends beyond their writing system. Their myths and epic tales, most famously the Epic of Gilgamesh, are some of the earliest literary works known and have influenced subsequent cultures and literature. The The Sumerians' innovations in writing, mathematics, and their rich cultural contributions make them one of the most fascinating and influential civilizations of the ancient world. The Nazca Lines, located in the arid coastal plains of Peru, are among the most mysterious and awe-inspiring ancient artworks in the world. These large-scale geoglyphs, created by the Nazca culture between 500 BCE and 500 CE, include more than 1,000 individual figures ranging from simple lines and geometric shapes to intricate depictions of animals, plants, and imaginary beings. Some of these figures span up to 1,200 feet, making them so vast that their full forms can only be comprehended from the air or high vantage points. The creation process of the Nazca Lines involved removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the surface of the Nazca Desert and revealing the light-colored earth beneath. This contrast in color creates the striking images we see today. The lines have survived centuries due to the region's stable climate and minimal wind erosion. The purpose of the Nazca Lines remains a subject of debate and fascination. While some researchers suggest they served astronomical purposes, aligning with celestial bodies for ritualistic or agricultural calendars, others propose they were part of religious practices or paths for ceremonial processions. There are also theories suggesting a connection to water, which was a scarce resource in the region, with some lines pointing to sources of underground water. The Nazca Lines' discovery and subsequent study have provided valuable insights into the Nazca culture's innovative techniques and artistic capabilities. However, their true significance remains elusive, making them a captivating enigma of the ancient world. The Minoan civilization, flourishing on the island of Crete during the Bronze Age, is recognized for its significant contributions to European history. Renowned for their elaborate palaces, most notably the Palace of Knossos, the Minoans established one of the earliest advanced societies in the Aegean region. Their civilization, which reached its peak between 2000 and 1450 BCE, was characterized by stunning architecture, intricate art, and sophisticated urban planning. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Minoan civilization is their still undeciphered script, known as Linear A. This writing system, used for administrative and religious purposes, has resisted interpretation, leaving a gap in our understanding of Minoan society and culture. The later Linear B script, used by the Mycenaeans, was deciphered and found to be an early form of Greek, but Linear A remains a mystery. The Minoans were also skilled traders and navigators, establishing trade networks that reached as far as Egypt and Anatolia. Their art, often depicting natural scenes, religious rituals, and sports, indicates a society that celebrated nature, religious practice, and athleticism. The decline of the Minoan civilization is another subject of interest and debate. Theories range from a catastrophic volcanic eruption on the nearby island of Thera, Santorini, to invasions by Mycenaean Greeks. There is also evidence to suggest that natural disasters, including earthquakes and tsunamis, may have played a role in their downfall. Despite these theories, the precise reasons for the Minoan civilization's decline and the details of their societal structure and daily life remain largely unknown. The Minoans left behind a legacy of artistic and architectural marvels that continue to fascinate archaeologists and historians, painting a picture of a vibrant, advanced society that made lasting contributions to European cultural heritage. Teotihuacan, located in the basin of Mexico, is an ancient metropolis that once stood as one of the largest cities in the world. Its name, given by the later Aztecs, translates to the place where the gods were created, reflecting the awe and reverence the site inspired. Established around 400 BCE, it reached its zenith between 100 BCE and 550 CE, with an estimated population of up to 150,000 people at its peak. The city is best known for its grandiose architecture, including the immense Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, and the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. The layout of Teotihuacan is geometrically precise and highly symbolic, with the main thoroughfare, the Avenue of the Dead, aligning with significant astronomical points. The pyramids themselves are marvels of engineering and are constructed in a manner that echoes the surrounding mountain ranges, possibly to mirror the sacred landscape. Despite its grandeur, many mysteries surround Teotihuacan. The identity of its builders, their language, and the reason for the city's sudden decline remain unknown. No written records from the city's inhabitants have been found to provide clarity on these points. The origin and purpose of the site's extensive mural art, which depicts deities, animals, and scenes of daily life, also puzzle researchers. The murals suggest a rich religious life, but the specifics of their beliefs and practices are not fully understood. One theory posits that Teotihuacan was a religious and cultural center that exerted influence across Mesoamerica through its innovative urban planning and monumental architecture, rather than through military conquest. The city's wide-ranging trade networks are evidenced by artifacts from distant regions found within its limits. Interestingly, evidence suggests that Teotihuacan was burned and abandoned around 550 CE, possibly due to internal conflicts or resource pressures. The absence of a clear military defeat has led to the speculation that the burning could have been part of a ritual or civil uprising. The city's influence continued long after its decline, with Teotihuacan serving as a model for subsequent Mesoamerican cultures. The Aztecs, who discovered the ruins centuries later, incorporated Teotihuacan's architecture and iconography into their own culture, further adding to its legacy. In contemporary times, Teotihuacan remains an active archaeological site and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting researchers keen to unravel its secrets and tourists captivated by its ancient allure. Its complex history and the enigmatic remnants of its once thriving society continue to be a source of fascination and scholarly debate, as each discovery at Teotihuacan offers a tantalizing glimpse into the pre-Columbian past of the Americas. Advanced civilizations that existed before humans. The theory of a prehistoric global civilization. This isn't just your everyday history lesson, it's a journey into a world of ancient enigmas and archaeological puzzles. So picture this, a global advanced civilization that existed way back in prehistoric times. We're talking about a civilization that might have spanned the globe, leaving its mark on various cultures and continents. The idea is that remnants of this lost civilization can be found in the striking similarities among ancient structures and myths from different parts of the world. Now let's zoom in on the evidence that gets everyone talking. Think about those massive stone circles at Stonehenge, the awe-inspiring pyramids of Egypt, and the mysterious temples scattered across South America. Some folks look at these marvels and say, hey, there's no way these were all coincidences or independent inventions. They argue that the similarities in construction techniques, architectural styles, and even the astronomical alignments point to a shared source of knowledge, possibly an advanced culture with technology and understanding that might rival or even surpass what we know today. But hold on, not everyone's on board with this idea. Mainstream scholars, the folks who spend their lives digging through the past, have a different take. They say, wait a minute, these similarities? That's just convergent cultural evolution. In simpler terms, they believe that different societies, facing similar challenges and environments, naturally came up with similar solutions. It's like different chefs in different kitchens cooking up similar recipes because they have the same ingredients. But the theories don't stop there. Some go even further, suggesting that maybe, just maybe, this ancient civilization had a little extraterrestrial help. Could it be that ancient aliens gave our ancestors a cosmic nudge, sharing knowledge and technology? It's a theory that's as wild as it is fascinating. And then there's the mythological angle. Across the world, from the legends of Atlantis to the stories of Lemuria and Mu, we find tales of lost civilizations, sunken continents, and advanced societies. Could these be more than just stories? Could they be echoes of a forgotten chapter in human history? So what's the truth? Did a global advanced civilization once walk the Earth? Or is it all just a mix of coincidence, independent innovation, and a sprinkle of human imagination? The debate rages on. All right, let's take a cosmic journey to explore one of the most mind-boggling mysteries out there, the Dogon people and their incredible knowledge of the Sirius star system. Picture this, an ethnic group in Mali, Africa, with astronomical insights that seem way ahead of their time. It's a story that's as intriguing as it is puzzling. Now, the Dogon, they're known for their deep understanding of the stars, especially Sirius, which is actually a star system, not just one star. What's wild is that they knew about Sirius B, a companion to Sirius, which you can't even see without a telescope. And they even talked about a third star, Sirius C, way before modern astronomers confirmed its existence. This is like having a secret cosmic map in your backyard without any high-tech gadgets. But how did they know all this? Well, this knowledge came to light thanks to French anthropologists Marcel Griaule and Germain Dieterlen back in the 1930s and 1940s. They spent a lot of time with the Dogon and came back with stories that left everyone scratching their heads. The thing is, some folks think maybe the anthropologists got a bit carried away or misinterpreted the Dogon's symbolic stories as literal astronomical facts. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Some people think the Dogon's knowledge is so out there, it must have come from an advanced ancient civilization or maybe even extraterrestrial beings. But most experts lean towards a more down-to-earth explanation, like the Dogon picking up this info through contact with other cultures or astronomers. The Dogon's fascination with Sirius isn't just about stars, it's deeply woven into their culture, their art, their entire worldview. Sirius plays a starring role, pun intended, in their creation myths and big ceremonies like the Sigui festival, which is this grand event that happens every 60 years. And let's not forget the bigger picture. The Dogon are known for their rich culture. We're talking stunning art, complex social structures, and seriously impressive architecture. All of this gives us a fuller picture of how they view the cosmos. Going on a journey through time and myth to explore some of the most captivating and mysterious ancient civilizations ever spoken about, Hyperborea, Mu, and Lemuria. These places are more than just legends. They're like whispers from a past that might have been, filled with secrets and wonders. First up, Hyperborea. This isn't just your regular ancient land, it's like the ultimate paradise from Greek mythology. Think a place where it's always sunny, no one gets sick, and people live incredibly long, blissful lives. It's said to be so far north, even the north wind can't reach it. And guess who was a big fan? Apollo, the sun god himself. He'd supposedly spend his winters there away from Greece. The Hyperboreans, they weren't just happy sun lovers, they were described as giants, incredibly advanced, maybe even with some kind of ancient high-tech up their sleeves. Now let's talk about Mu and Lemuria. Mu's this legendary lost continent in the Pacific, a bit like Atlantis. Imagine a whole civilization advanced and thriving, and then one day it just sinks into the ocean. And Lemuria. It's said to be this lost land in the Indian Ocean. It was initially a scientific idea to explain why lemurs are found in Madagascar and India, but nowhere in between. Both these places have become symbols of lost knowledge, often depicted as spiritually and technologically superior, maybe even with inhabitants who had special powers or, get this, connections to aliens. Speaking of aliens, these ancient civilizations are a goldmine for ancient astronaut theories. Some folks believe the knowledge and achievements of places like Hyperborea, Mu, and Lemuria came from extraterrestrial visitors. Imagine that, ancient humans rubbing elbows with aliens. Let's set the scene. Gobekli Tepe, located in modern-day Turkey. This place is ancient, and I mean really ancient. We're talking about a site that dates back to around 10,000 BCE. To put that into perspective, it's older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids. That fact alone is enough to make any history buff do a double take. But what's truly mind-boggling about Gobekli Tepe are the megalithic structures found there. These aren't just a bunch of old rocks. They are sophisticated constructions with massive stone pillars arranged in circles. Each pillar is intricately carved with animal figures and abstract symbols, showing a level of artistic skill that's way ahead of its time. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. The discovery of Gobekli Tepe suggests that our ancestors were not just simple hunter-gatherers at the time. The level of organization and craftsmanship needed to build this place implies that they had social structures, specialized skills, and maybe even some form of spiritual or ritualistic practices, far more advanced than what we previously thought possible for that era. And guess what? This site was intentionally buried. Yes, you heard that right. Around 8000 BCE, for reasons still unknown, these people buried the entire complex. This act adds a layer of mystery to Gobekli Tepe. Was it a sacred act? A protective measure? We're still trying to piece that puzzle together. The implications of Gobekli Tepe are huge. It's making us question the timeline of civilization as we know it. It's like finding a hidden chapter of human history, one that could change the narrative of our evolution from primitive wanderers to sophisticated societies. But hold your horses. There's more. Some theorists even speculate that Gobekli Tepe's creation was influenced by extraterrestrial visitors. They argue that the astronomical alignments of the pillars and the advanced knowledge required to build such a site hint at otherworldly inspiration. While mainstream archaeology doesn't support this, it's a theory that stirs the imagination. And now going underwater, diving deep into the mysterious civilization of Dwarka. Picture this, a city so grand and mystical it's been the talk of ancient Indian legends and modern archaeology alike. Let's peel back the layers of this fascinating tale. Dwarka, often called the Atlantis of the East, holds a special place in ancient Indian lore, especially in the epic Mahabharata. The story goes that this city was crafted by the deity Lord Krishna himself, a place of such splendor and magnificence that it seems more like a dream than reality. But the legend takes a dramatic turn. This majestic city is said to have been consumed by the sea, vanishing in a cataclysmic event, leaving behind nothing but whispers of its glory. Fast forward to today, and the mystery of Dwarka has taken a fascinating twist. Off the northwestern coast of India, underwater archaeologists have been playing a real-life game of treasure hunt. And guess what? They've stumbled upon something big, remnants of what looks like an ancient submerged city. We're talking ruins, artifacts, the whole shebang, all lying quietly under the sea. These findings are like a history detective's dream. They paint a picture of a city that knew what it was doing. Well-planned streets, sturdy structures, maybe even bustling ports. It's like catching a fleeting glimpse of a civilization that we thought existed only in myths and stories. But here's where it gets tricky. While these underwater discoveries are mind-blowing, they haven't given us all the answers. Is this really the legendary Dwarka of Krishna? Did this place actually exist as the epic tales describe? Or is it just a mythical city that found its way into ancient texts? We don't have all the pieces of the puzzle yet, but the clues we've unearthed so far are undeniably intriguing. Diving into the mesmerizing legend of Atlantis, a story that has intrigued and baffled us for ages. So let's set sail on this ancient mystery. The tale of Atlantis first makes a splash in Plato's famous dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. Plato, a bigwig in the world of philosophy, spins this yarn about a super-advanced civilization that supposedly existed a whopping 9,000 years before his time. According to him, Atlantis wasn't just any old civilization, it was a powerhouse with cutting-edge technology, a society that would make even modern civilizations look twice. Picture this: Atlantis, a massive island nation decked out with all sorts of tech marvels, a society so organized it would put a Swiss watch to shame, and a navy that ruled the waves. But here's the dramatic twist. This mighty island is said to have sunk into the ocean depths in just one catastrophic day and night, like a cosmic magic trick, gone in a flash. Now the burning question: was Atlantis real, or was Plato just spinning a good yarn? Some folks think it was all allegory, a made-up story with a moral. But then there are others who are all in on Atlantis being as real as you and me, a civilization that maybe kick-started the legends of advanced societies lost to time. The Atlantis debate opens up a treasure trove of theories. Some adventurers think it might have been in the Mediterranean, others speculate about the Caribbean, and a few even suggest otherworldly connections. Could Atlantis have had a helping hand from extraterrestrial visitors? It's a theory that's as wild as it is intriguing. So Atlantis, a mythical tale, a lost chapter of human history, or perhaps a case of ancient aliens giving us a nudge? The truth is still out there, playing hide and seek with us. But one thing's for sure, the story of Atlantis isn't just a tale of the past, it's a beacon, lighting up our imagination and our quest for answers. Beneath our feet lie tales of entire worlds forgotten by time. From Malta's enigmatic Hypogeum to Turkey's sprawling subterranean cities and China's mysterious Longyou caves, our ancestors carved out more than just shelters. They crafted stories in stone. As we delve into these ancient underground marvels, prepare to uncover secrets buried deep, where every chamber whispers legends and every corridor echoes with history's footsteps. The Hypogeum of Hal Saflieni, located on the sun-soaked island of Malta, is a marvel that intertwines history, mystery, and architecture. As the only known prehistoric underground temple in the world, its allure extends far beyond its subterranean nature. Delving into this fascinating structure, one can't help but be struck by its age. Dating back to around 4000, 2500 BCE, this structure predates the famous pyramids of Egypt, which gives us a sense of the age and significance of this site. Constructed across 3 levels and descending to a depth of more than 10 meters, the Hypogeum was chiseled meticulously out of the soft limestone that underpins much of Malta's terrain. What's striking is the sheer dedication and effort it must have taken. Picture this: ancient builders, with rudimentary tools, intricately carving out spaces in complete harmony with the Earth's contours, ensuring structural stability while crafting vast chambers and corridors. It's a testament to human capability and determination. But it wasn't merely an architectural project. The Hypogeum's primary purpose was spiritual. Serving as both a sanctuary and a necropolis, it was a sacred space where the living communed with the departed. Over 7,000 human remains have been discovered within its chambers, suggesting that it played a significant role in the burial rituals of the Maltese temple period. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. Among the remains, archaeologists discovered unique spiral-carved patterns and intricate red ochre paintings. These art pieces hint at a rich tapestry of beliefs, possibly linked to the cycle of life and death or the celestial movements. One of the most fascinating chambers within the Hypogeum is the oracle chamber. This chamber possesses unique acoustic properties. A word uttered softly within its confines resonates and amplifies throughout the entire complex. Some believe this was purposefully designed to evoke a sense of the supernatural, where the voices of priests or oracles would boom mystically, reverberating with divine intensity. Amidst these wonders lies the Holy of Holies, a chamber showcasing a detailed reproduction of the exterior of a megalithic temple. This mimicking of external temple architecture in an underground environment raises questions about the cultural and spiritual practices of the temple builders. Were they replicating the above-ground temples as a symbolic gesture, or was it an attempt to merge the worlds of the living and the departed? Though the Hypogeum is a treasure trove of history and culture, much about it remains shrouded in mystery. Numerous questions persist about its builders, their lives, their spiritual beliefs, and the societal significance of this grand subterranean temple. And as we delve deeper into its chambers, we realize that the Hypogeum is not just an ancient relic. It's a doorway, beckoning us to step in and journey through millennia of human endeavor, belief, and ingenuity. Nestled within the historical region of Cappadocia in Turkey, there's an underground marvel that redefines our understanding of ancient human settlements: the subterranean city of Derinkuyu. Unlike any conventional city, Derinkuyu challenges the vertical dimension, plunging deep into the heart of the earth rather than sprawling across its surface. Imagine, if you will, a vast underground network, complete with tunnels, chambers, and vents, all meticulously carved out of the soft volcanic rock that characterizes Cappadocia's landscape. This is no mere underground hideaway. Derinkuyu is an intricate city that spans an astounding 8 levels deep. Its depth and complexity make it one of the largest underground settlements ever discovered. But why go underground? The initial reasons were practical. Cappadocia's unique geological formations, known as fairy chimneys, were naturally soft and easy to carve. Over time, as external threats from invaders became more prevalent, these underground havens offered the local population a secure refuge. The entrance doors, massive stone discs, could only be opened or closed from the inside, providing an effective defense mechanism against any intruders. Within this subterranean wonder, one discovers a city teeming with life's essentials. There are living quarters, stables for livestock, storage rooms, wine cellars, and even religious chambers, including churches with impressive frescoes that have withstood the test of time. Air and light are facilitated by strategically placed ventilation shafts, ensuring that even at its deepest levels, the city remained breathable and livable. A particularly intriguing feature of Derinkuyu is its sophisticated water system. Wells were not connected to the surface to prevent poisoning by any potential invaders. This means that the inhabitants had fresh water, even when under siege, enhancing the city's self-sufficiency. Moreover, the city was connected to other underground cities in the region through miles of tunnels, which hints at a level of cooperation and possibly a complex trade network between these subterranean settlements. But who were the masterminds behind this impressive city? While the earliest known mention of Derinkuyu is in ancient Greek texts, it's believed that the Hittites, an ancient Anatolian people, began its construction in the 8th century BCE. Over centuries, as various empires and groups, including the Phrygians, Persians, and early Christians, took residence in the region, they expanded and enhanced the city. Derinkuyu isn't just a marvel of ancient engineering, it's a testament to human adaptability. It challenges our contemporary notions of what a city should be and highlights the ingenuity of ancient civilizations in ensuring survival amidst external threats. As we walk its dimly lit corridors, The echoes of the past reverberate, reminding us of the lengths humanity can go to preserve and protect its own. In the serene village landscape of Longyou, Zhejiang province in China, lies an intricate puzzle that has both amazed and baffled researchers for decades: the Longyou Caves. These caves, unlike any typical natural caverns, are a testament to human determination, precision, and ingenuity. Discovered quite by accident in 1992 by local villagers, these caves were initially assumed to be an ancient quarry. But as the waters were drained and further exploration was conducted, the sheer enormity and complexity of these hand-carved caves began to emerge. Today, 24 caves have been uncovered, though there's speculation that many more might be hidden beneath the surface. Each of the discovered caves is massive, averaging about 1,000 square meters in size, with heights reaching up to 30 meters. Now, what's truly remarkable about these caves isn't just their size, but the precision with which they've been carved. The walls, ceilings, and pillars are uniformly leveled, with differences in height as minute as a single millimeter. This suggests that the architects behind these caverns had an acute sense of detail and access to sophisticated tools and techniques. Adding to their intrigue, the walls of the Longyou caves are covered with intricate carvings and chisel marks, which are so uniform they give the impression of being molded by machines. Yet these caves are believed to date back to at least 2,000 years, making the existence of such machinery an impossibility by our current understanding. The mystery deepens when we consider the sheer volume of rock that had to be removed to create these caverns. Estimates suggest that over 1 million cubic meters of rock were excavated. Where did all this material go? There's no evidence of such vast amounts of debris in the surrounding areas. Another puzzle is the purpose behind these caves. While many ancient underground sites around the world served as tombs, religious sites, or shelters, the Longyou caves don't seem to fit any of these categories. There are no historical records, inscriptions, or artifacts that provide a definitive answer. Waterproofing is another impressive feature of the Longyou caves. The walls have been treated with a special mixture, giving them a glossy appearance and ensuring that they're impermeable. This is a significant technological feat considering the age of these structures. As for who built them, that remains one of the greatest enigmas surrounding the Longyou caves. While some theories suggest they might be the work of an ancient Chinese dynasty, there's no conclusive evidence to pin it on any specific group. The caves don't fit seamlessly into the architectural style or techniques of any known civilization from the region. The Longyou caves challenge our perceptions of ancient civilizations and their capabilities. With every chiseled mark and perfectly aligned pillar, they pose questions about the knowledge and techniques of our ancestors. As we continue to explore and decipher their mysteries, these caves stand as silent sentinels of a past that's waiting to be fully understood. Tucked away in the region of Cappadocia, Turkey, lies one of the most incredible architectural wonders, the underground city of Kaymakli. While Cappadocia is already renowned for its unique rock formations and fairy chimneys, Kaymakli adds another dimension, quite literally, by plunging into the depths of the earth. The first striking feature of Kaymakli is its vastness. This ancient underground city spreads across 8 floors, although only a few are open to the public. Originally carved out of the soft volcanic rock, the city's tunnels, chambers, and air shafts form an intricate labyrinth, showcasing the advanced understanding of construction and design by its ancient builders. While many might question the purpose of constructing such a massive subterranean space, it's believed that Kaymakli primarily served as a refuge during invasions and wars. The region's history is punctuated with frequent invasions, from the Hittites to the Persians, and the underground cities like Kaymakli provided the local population with a place to hide, live, and even conduct daily activities away from prying eyes. The design of Kaymakli is both functional and strategic. Heavy stone doors could seal off corridors, making it difficult for invaders to penetrate deep into the city. Additionally, the numerous tunnels connecting different parts of the city would allow inhabitants to move freely, access resources, and communicate without being detected. Beyond just tunnels and chambers, Kaymakli was equipped with all the amenities needed to support life for extended periods. There are living quarters, stables for livestock, wine and oil presses, storage rooms, and even a church. Remarkably, the city also features ventilation shafts and water wells, ensuring fresh air and water supply for its inhabitants. These features highlight how the designers of Kaymakli not only focused on immediate protection, but also on long-term sustainability. Another fascinating aspect is the presence of communal spaces. These suggest that Kaymakli was more than just a hideout. It was a place where communities could gather, practice their faith, and conduct ceremonies. The presence of religious spaces, particularly churches, also points to the Christian community that once took refuge here, especially during the Arab-Byzantine Wars. While the history of Kaymakli and its exact timeline remains subjects of research and debate, it's undeniable that the city stands as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. It demonstrates how, faced with external threats, communities can come together to create incredible solutions that stand the test of time. Walking through the dimly lit corridors of Kaymakli, one can't help but be transported back in time, imagining the whispers of ancient inhabitants, the soft glow of oil lamps, and the profound sense of community that this subterranean marvel fostered. Have you ever wondered if there were ancient civilizations that once thrived and flourished, but then vanished, lost to the sands of time? Well, let's dive deep into some of these legendary ancient societies and unearth some truths. The concept of lost continents that once thrived and later submerged beneath the ocean waves has long captivated the human imagination. One of the most fascinating of these legendary lands is Mu. More than just a geographical entity, Mu represents an entire civilization that, according to some, predated many of the ancient cultures we study today. The story of Mu first gained traction in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, primarily through the writings of Augustus Le Plongeon. A British explorer and writer, Le Plongeon believed that he had deciphered ancient Mayan texts, which, according to him, revealed the existence of an ancient continent in the Pacific Ocean. He proposed that this land, which he named Mu, was an ancient civilization where humanity first rose. This civilization, he claimed, was highly advanced, perhaps even the very cradle of all civilizations, influencing cultures as far-reaching as Egypt and Mesoamerica. Mu's description was one of grandeur. Envisioned as a vast continent located in the Pacific Ocean, it stretched from somewhere close to the Hawaiian Islands all the way towards the Philippines and Fiji. It was said to be a place of large cities, vast temples, and advanced knowledge. The society, as described, was not just technologically sophisticated, but spiritually evolved, having a deep understanding of the universe and its workings. James Churchward, another proponent of the Mu theory, expanded upon Le Plongeon's ideas in the 20th century. Through a series of books, Churchward described how he deciphered ancient tablets from India and claimed they told the story of Mu. In his interpretation, the continent was home to over 60 million inhabitants and a powerful kingdom before its tragic end. The end of Mu, as the legend goes, was as dramatic as its existence. It's believed that after a catastrophic event, possibly related to volcanic activity or an enormous earthquake, the continent of Mu sank into the depths of the Pacific Ocean, erasing its rich history and advancements. This narrative parallels other legendary lost continents, such as Atlantis, which too is said to have faced a sudden and tragic end. Despite the intriguing tales surrounding Mu, evidence for its existence is largely anecdotal. Mainstream scholars and geologists have found little to no evidence supporting the presence of such a continent in the Pacific. Plate tectonics, our modern understanding of the movement of Earth's lithosphere, doesn't support the idea of a vast continent suddenly sinking into the ocean either. Nestled within the arid landscapes of the American Southwest, the ancestral puebloans once thrived, creating some of the most captivating and intricate stone settlements North America has ever seen. Their presence, spanning a period from roughly AD 100 to 1300, has left behind architectural and cultural markers that paint a vivid image of their existence. Their habitats stretched across parts of modern-day Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. The ancestral puebloans, previously referred to as the Anasazi, a term now considered outdated and possibly derogatory, were master architects known for their iconic cliff dwellings. These structures, often built within alcoves of massive cliffs, protected them from both adversaries and the elements. One of their most celebrated sites, Mesa Verde in Colorado, is a testament to their architectural prowess. Here you can find multi-storied houses carved straight into cliffs, complete with storage rooms, kivas, which are known as ceremonial chambers, and intricate networks of passageways. Their buildings were not just functional, but also artistically and strategically designed, optimized for factors like sunlight during the winter months. Beyond their cliffside marvels, the ancestral puebloans were known for their pottery and art. Their pottery, often painted in black and white or adorned in turquoise, was not just functional but held ceremonial and trade significance. They traded these pottery items with neighboring tribes, indicating a vast and interconnected trading network. Agriculture was a vital part of their society. They cultivated beans, squash, and most importantly, corn, which became a central part of their diet. To manage farming in the harsh desert environment, they developed intricate irrigation systems to channel and store the scant rainfall. The ancestral puebloans also had a rich spiritual life. Their kivas, the round ceremonial chambers, were central to their religious practices. These subterranean structures, often incorporated into their cliff dwellings, were places of worship, community gatherings, and might have served as astronomical observatories, aligning with celestial events. However, despite their evident success in the region, by the end of the 13th century, the ancestral puebloans began to abandon their grand settlements. This departure is one of the great mysteries of archaeology. Various theories attempt to explain it: prolonged droughts that made agriculture unsustainable, internal conflicts or pressures from neighboring tribes. Their descendants, the modern Pueblo peoples, hold oral traditions offering insights into this migration, emphasizing a spiritual journey and a call to seek new beginnings. The remnants of the ancestral Puebloan civilization, their structures, art and pottery, continue to provide invaluable insights into a society that skillfully adapted and thrived in an environment that, to many, would seem unforgiving. Their legacy is not just in the stone and clay they left behind, but in the spirit of innovation, resilience, and community. Situated in what is now Pakistan and northwest India, the Indus Valley civilization is a marvel of ancient urban planning, complex societal structures, and technological sophistication. Flourishing around 2500 BCE, this ancient culture has left behind tantalizing clues that challenge our understanding of early human societies. At its height, the Indus Valley civilization covered an astonishing 1 million square kilometers, making it one of the largest ancient civilizations, rivaling ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. The cities of Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa are the most well-known excavated sites, displaying an advanced level of urban planning that astounds archaeologists to this day. The streets of these cities were laid out in a grid pattern, a sign of sophisticated town planning. Even more impressive were their advanced sewage and drainage systems, superior to those found in many parts of modern India and Pakistan today. Every house had access to fresh water and an efficient waste disposal system, reflecting a keen sense of communal health and sanitation. Beyond the architectural marvels, the Indus people were skilled artisans. They created intricate beadwork, pottery, and metalwork, some of which reveal a deep understanding of metallurgical processes. Seals made of soapstone, engraved with animals and symbols, are among the most iconic artifacts discovered. These seals are believed to have been used in trade and possibly ritualistic or administrative purposes. However, the Indus script found inscribed on these seals and various other artifacts remains one of the most enduring mysteries of the Indus Valley. Despite numerous attempts, this script has never been conclusively deciphered, leaving a vast aspect of their culture, like their beliefs, legends, and history, shrouded in mystery. This has led to a wealth of speculation and theories, but without a Rosetta Stone or bilingual text, the script's secrets remain locked away. Trade seemed to be a significant part of the Indus Valley life. Evidence suggests that they had active trade relationships with Mesopotamia, with Indus seals and beads discovered in ancient Mesopotamian cities. The Indus people were known to have used standardized weights and measures, further emphasizing their sophisticated economic system. Yet for all its grandeur and sophistication, the Indus Valley civilization saw a sudden decline around 1900 BCE. The reasons for this decline remain the subject of debate among historians and archaeologists. Some theories point towards a massive climate change event, while others suggest invasions, tectonic activities, or even internal social upheaval. The Indus Valley civilization's remains are a testament to the capabilities of ancient societies. While they left behind magnificent cities and artifacts, they also left behind countless mysteries. The enigma of the Indus Valley isn't just about deciphering a script or figuring out why they disappeared. It's about understanding our shared human past and the heights early civilizations could reach. On the southernmost tip of Europe, on the island of Crete, arose a civilization that, for its time, was incredibly advanced and sophisticated. This was the civilization of the Minoans, named after the mythical King Minos, who, according to legend, maintained a labyrinth home for the terrifying Minotaur. Crete, with its strategic position in the Mediterranean, became a hub for trade, and this geographic advantage allowed the Minoans to establish one of the earliest complex maritime cultures. They traded with Egypt, the Cyclades, the Near East and beyond, bringing in exotic goods and spreading their influence far and wide. The Minoan cities weren't dominated by grand temples or towering ziggurats like in other ancient civilizations. Instead, the most iconic Minoan structures were their palaces, like the famous one in Knossos. These weren't just royal residences. They were multifunctional complexes, housing workshops, shrines, and administrative centers. Their design was intricate, featuring complex multi-story layouts, plumbing systems, and vibrant frescoes that depicted scenes from daily life, nature, and rituals. They painted scenes of youths leaping over bulls, women gathering saffron, and men and women participating in processions. The emphasis on natural themes, and particularly on marine life, underscores their connection to the sea. Dolphins, octopuses, and various fish species frequently appear in Minoan art, emphasizing the importance of the Mediterranean in their daily lives and culture. Astonishingly, despite their advancements and cultural richness, the Minoans left behind no known military fortifications, suggesting they lived relatively peacefully and relied more on trade and diplomacy. This contrasts with many other ancient civilizations, where city walls and fortresses were common features. Yet, one of the most puzzling aspects of the Minoans is their writing systems. They developed two scripts, Linear A and Linear B. While Linear B was later deciphered in the 20th century and found to be an early form of Greek, Linear A, primarily used for religious and administrative texts, remains undeciphered. What secrets and knowledge it holds is a tantalizing mystery. Around 1450 BCE, the Minoan civilization began to decline. A massive volcanic eruption on the nearby island of Thera, present-day Santorini, sent tsunamis crashing into Crete, devastating its coastal settlements. This natural catastrophe, combined with invasions or internal conflicts, might have led to the Minoans being absorbed or overtaken by the Mycenaeans from mainland Greece. While the Minoans might have disappeared from the annals of history, their influence did not. Elements of their art, architecture, and myths were integrated into Greek culture and served as a foundation for what would become classical Greek civilization. Today, the ruins of Knossos and the vibrant frescoes serve as a testament to a people who, at their height, dominated the seas and left an indelible mark on the tapestry of human history. The Grand Canyon, spanning 277 miles and plunging over a mile deep, is not just a geographical wonder. Its layers of rock unveil Earth's history, stretching back nearly 2 billion years. As the Colorado River wove its course, eroding the plateau, it exposed the very chapters of our planet's timeline, layer by layer. But what if there's more to this wonder than meets the eye? What if nestled in its rock formations and hidden caves lie secrets of ancient civilizations? The vastness of the Grand Canyon is not just an emblem of nature's grandeur, but it also echoes with whispers from a bygone era. In 1909, an intriguing article surfaced in the Arizona Gazette. This piece of news, sensational at its core, described an archaeological expedition that reportedly had ties to the prestigious Smithsonian Institute. The claims? Within the heart of the Grand Canyon, remnants of ancient civilizations were found, ones that bore uncanny resemblances to Oriental and perhaps even Egyptian cultures. The Gazette detailed how the explorers had stumbled upon a labyrinth of tunnels and caves, many of which harbored fascinating artifacts. Among the finds were tools, weapons, and decorative items that seemed out of place considering the geographical location and the known history of the area. More astonishingly, there were claims of hieroglyphics akin to those of ancient Egypt etched onto the cave walls. The crown jewel of this discovery was the alleged find of mummies, which, if true, would have redefined our understanding of ancient transcontinental interactions. As the news spread, it captured the imagination of many. The thought that the Grand Canyon, already a marvel in its own right, could be the gateway to a forgotten chapter of human history was tantalizing. Here was an implication that there might have been a mingling of civilizations, suggesting unknown trade routes or explorations that connected continents in antiquity. However, while the tale was rich in detail, corroborative evidence was scant. The Arizona Gazette was the sole publisher of this incredible find, with no follow-up stories or additional corroborations coming forth. Furthermore, inquiries to the Smithsonian Institute found that they had no record of the expedition, casting further doubt on the newspaper's claims. This lack of concrete evidence and the ensuing silence led many to dismiss the story as a creative, if not audacious, hoax. Yet, even as a piece of folklore or local legend, the story underscores humanity's innate desire to seek out mysteries and, perhaps, to hope that there's more to known landmarks than what's visible on the surface. Deep within the shadows of the Grand Canyon's towering walls lies a network of caves and crevices that have been carved out over millions of years. These aren't just geological wonders, but possibly repositories of ancient mysteries. Throughout history, humans have shown an innate tendency to seek shelter in caves, not just as a refuge from the elements, but also as a space for contemplation, artistry, and preservation of culture. In this context, could the caves of the Grand Canyon hold clues about past civilizations? Some enthusiasts and amateur archaeologists have speculated about the possibility of finding artifacts hidden within these caverns. The canyon, with its labyrinthine twists and turns, presents a treasure trove of potential spots where ancient people might have stashed their belongings, either for ritualistic purposes or simply for safekeeping. Reports have occasionally surfaced, talking about unusual artifacts unearthed in or around the area. From intricately designed pottery shards to tools that seem anachronistic given the known Native American history of the region, these discoveries fuel the argument for a more complex story waiting to be unraveled. A few narratives even suggest the existence of metallic objects, hinting at a sophisticated metallurgical knowledge that might have been way ahead of its time. Local Native American legends also hint at their ancestors having had a deeper connection to the canyon's caves. Tales passed down through generations speak of sacred rituals performed in the heart of these caverns and of hidden chambers filled with symbols and petroglyphs. Some tribes consider certain caves within the canyon to be spiritual places where the veil between the physical and spiritual world is thin. The recurring tales and finds suggest there's more to be explored. The mere possibility of unearthing an artifact that could redefine history ignites the adventurer in many. But for now, these secrets remain guarded by the timeless walls of the Grand Canyon, challenging us to look deeper, question further, and explore with an open mind. The Grand Canyon isn't just a marvel of geology. It is also a sacred and deeply significant space for the Native American tribes that have resided in its vicinity for countless generations. Their stories, passed down orally through the ages, serve not only as a testament to their rich history and connection with the land, but also hint at a deeper understanding of the canyon's enigmatic past. The Hopi, one of the Native American tribes associated with the Grand Canyon, have a profound spiritual connection to this vast chasm. For them, the Grand Canyon is more than just a geographical landmark. It is the Sipapuni, the place of emergence where their ancestors entered this world from another. This lore suggests that the canyon is not just a place of past significance, but is intrinsically linked to the Hopi's understanding of life, death, and the transition between worlds. Then there's the Zuni tribe, whose ancestral memories speak of a time when their people lived inside the Grand Canyon. They describe vast underground citadels, spiritual places of worship, and the echoes of ceremonies that resonate with the winds of the canyon. Such tales, while not supported by mainstream archaeology, provide a fascinating window into how the canyon is perceived, not as a mere tourist attraction, but as the very soul of a people. The Navajo, known as Dine, have their own tales interwoven with the canyon's vast stretches. They view the Grand Canyon as a sacred place, filled with the spirits of warriors, animals, and deities. The echoing calls of the canyon winds are, to them, the voices of these spirits communicating with the living. Various points within the canyon are used for rites and ceremonies, and it's believed that disturbing these areas can bring about misfortune. Furthermore, petroglyphs and pictographs found scattered across secluded parts of the canyon serve as silent testimonies to its ancient inhabitants. These rock carvings, some dated to be thousands of years old, depict scenes from daily life, spiritual visions, and perhaps even celestial events, showcasing the deep cosmic connection these tribes felt. The allure of the Grand Canyon doesn't merely reside in its majestic views, but also in the secrets it holds deep within its layers. Modern excavations within the canyon are testament to humanity's insatiable curiosity. With every expedition, geologists, archaeologists, and historians delve deeper into the canyon, hoping to glean insights into our planet's past and the ancient civilizations that might have once called the region home. Contrary to popular belief, modern exploration doesn't just rely on pickaxes and brushes. Advanced technologies like ground-penetrating radar and LiDAR, light detection and ranging, are being deployed to peer beneath the surface and uncover hidden structures or artifacts. These tools can detect inconsistencies or abnormalities below the ground, hinting at potential sites of interest without even making a scratch on the surface. Recent excavations have unearthed fascinating finds, from ancient tools and pottery fragments to previously undiscovered rock art, all painting a vivid picture of the canyon's ancient inhabitants. These discoveries offer tantalizing glimpses into the lives, cultures, and traditions of the people who lived in and around the canyon long before it became a modern tourist attraction. Despite all the progress and revelations, a significant portion of the Grand Canyon remains unexplored and untouched. Its vastness and challenging terrain ensure that there are still many hidden enigmas waiting to be discovered. With every uncovered artifact or structure, a new chapter in the canyon's rich tapestry of history is revealed, hinting at even more profound insights yet to be unearthed. As we look to the future, the Grand Canyon promises even more mysteries to be unraveled. With the advancement in technology and increasing interest in the site's historical significance, the next generation of explorers is set to journey deeper and farther into the canyon. And as they do, they'll not only be discovering the canyon's secrets, but also connecting more profoundly with the echoes of ancient civilizations and the grand narrative of our planet. The walls of the Grand Canyon aren't just bare rocks. Here and there, scattered often in secluded nooks, are pictographs and petroglyphs, the silent whispers of those who came before us. These ancient rock arts are like pages from a diary, narrating stories, beliefs, and daily lives of ancient peoples. The petroglyphs etched onto the rock surfaces and the pictographs painted using natural dyes often present patterns and symbols. Some might show animals native to the region, while others depict human figures in various stances. Certain symbols might seem ritualistic or spiritual, hinting at religious or ceremonial practices. For indigenous communities, these artworks are not just historical artifacts. They are a living connection to their ancestors, an unbroken thread linking them to the very land they inhabit. Every line, every dot, every shade is a testament to their deep bond with the canyon, its challenges and its bounties. As time progresses, many of these artworks are at risk due to natural erosion and, unfortunately, human intervention. They are invaluable not just as art, but as records. They provide insights into the cultures, beliefs, and perhaps even the thoughts and feelings of people from millennia past. Around 1200 BC, a cloud of uncertainty cast a shadow over the eastern Mediterranean. This was a period that bore witness to the sudden and violent collapse of several influential civilizations: the Mycenaean in Greece, the Hittites in Anatolia, and various city-states of Canaan. Archaeological excavations show cities burned to the ground, never to be inhabited again. But what caused such an abrupt end? Many historians and archaeologists believe that a combination of factors led to this societal downfall. Clay tablets from that era, often sent between rulers as early forms of diplomatic correspondence, allude to internal strife, economic instability, and pleas for food or military aid. Add to these internal factors, evidence suggests the occurrence of massive earthquakes in the region and potential invasions by sea peoples. Mysterious groups of maritime raiders. With all these elements combined, civilizations that had thrived for centuries found themselves struggling, leading to a dark age where writing, arts, and organized governance became rare for several generations. Now, if we move back a few centuries and shift our gaze to an island in the Aegean Sea, we'll stumble upon another cataclysmic event, the eruption of the Thera volcano around 1600 BC. Today, this place is known as Santorini, a picturesque destination for tourists. But back then, it was the center of the advanced Minoan civilization. This eruption wasn't just a regular volcanic event, it was colossal. Some experts believe that it was several times more powerful than the 1883 eruption of Krakatoa. The immediate fallout was catastrophic. A dense cloud of ash enveloped the region, causing crops to fail and casting a pall of darkness. Tsunamis resulting from the volcanic explosion radiated outwards, possibly affecting coastal settlements as far away as Crete. What's more fascinating is how this event may have woven itself into the tapestry of human storytelling. Some theories propose that the devastation left in the wake of the Thera eruption was so impactful that it gave birth to the enduring legend of Atlantis, a powerful civilization said to have been swallowed by the sea overnight. Whether or not Thera and Atlantis are linked remains a subject of debate, but what's clear is that the eruption served as a poignant reminder of nature's mighty power. While Pompeii often overshadows its neighboring city due to its infamous fate at the hands of Mount Vesuvius, Herculaneum has its own tragic tale to share. Situated closer to the base of the volcano, this ancient Roman city was a prosperous seaside resort for the empire's elite, adorned with grand villas, lavish baths, and beautiful mosaics. In 79 AD, when Vesuvius erupted, Herculaneum faced a slightly different fate than Pompeii. Instead of being buried under layers of ash and pumice like Pompeii, Herculaneum was engulfed by a deadly surge of superheated pyroclastic material. This mixture of hot gas and volcanic matter rushed towards the city at incredible speeds, instantly killing anyone in its path. The intense heat and rapid speed of the pyroclastic flows meant that Herculaneum was sealed quickly, preserving much of its organic material, including wooden structures and even food. As excavations began in modern times, researchers were greeted with a chilling snapshot of the city's last moments. The city's inhabitants were found huddled together, suggesting they were seeking safety in numbers. However, the remarkable preservation also offered a silver lining. Due to its rapid burial, Herculaneum provides an incredibly detailed glimpse into daily Roman life, with preserved homes, artifacts, and even scrolls that researchers are trying to decipher using advanced techniques. Flowing gracefully through the heart of China, the Yellow River, or Huanghe, has been both a life-giver and a destroyer. Revered as the Mother River, it has nourished civilizations with its fertile plains for millennia. But the same sediments that make its plains so fertile have also been the source of its volatility. Historically, the Yellow River is known for its catastrophic floods. However, the period between the 9th and 11th centuries stands out due to the frequency and severity of the flooding. Repeated breaches in the dikes led to the water engulfing entire towns, transforming cultivated lands into lakes and causing massive destruction. Population displacement was rampant and the death tolls were staggering. But why were these floods so recurrent during this period? A combination of factors played a role. Deforestation in the river's upper reaches meant that there was more silt being carried downstream. The silt settled, raising the riverbed, making breaches more likely. Additionally, population growth exerted pressure on land use, leading to flawed agricultural practices that further contributed to the problem. The repercussions of these floods were felt deeply in every aspect of Chinese society. Dynastic changes, economic shifts, and societal upheavals marked this turbulent period. It became a testament to the intricate balance between nature and human activity, and how disturbances in this balance can have profound consequences. In ancient times, the city of Antioch, located near the modern-day border of Turkey and Syria, was a bustling metropolis, a jewel of the Eastern Roman Empire. Its grand theaters, intricate mosaics, and majestic temples made it a center of culture and power. However, the city's splendor was often disrupted by one of nature's most terrifying forces: earthquakes. One of the most devastating events in Antioch's history took place in 526 AD, when a massive earthquake struck. The ground shook violently, causing widespread destruction. Buildings that had stood for centuries crumbled in mere seconds. Thousands of lives were lost under the weight of collapsing structures, and the once vibrant streets of Antioch were filled with chaos and despair. In the aftermath, a significant portion of the city lay in ruins. The disaster did not only cause immediate destruction, but it also had long-term consequences for the city's population, economy, and infrastructure. While Antioch tried to rebuild and recover, the magnitude of the devastation left an indelible mark, serving as a somber reminder of nature's unpredictable might. Iceland, often referred to as the land of fire and ice, is renowned for its diverse and dramatic landscapes. From active volcanoes to expansive glaciers, this island is a showcase of natural wonders. However, when these two elements, fire and ice, intersect, the results can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Jökulhlaups, or glacial outburst floods, are sudden and often massive floods caused by the release of water from a subglacial lake. In Iceland, these events frequently occur when volcanic activity beneath a glacier heats the ice, creating vast amounts of meltwater. When the pressure becomes too great, the water is released in a powerful surge, rushing down valleys with incredible force. Throughout history, Iceland has witnessed numerous jökullaups, with some causing significant alterations to the landscape. These floods carry with them not just water, but also ice, rocks, and sediment. The resulting torrents have carved out valleys, rerouted rivers, and in some instances, altered the very coastline of the island. For the inhabitants of Iceland, jökullaups are a part of life. Over centuries, they've developed methods to predict these events and have taken measures to reduce their impact. Yet, despite the precautions, the sheer power of jökullaups remains a testament to the formidable forces that lie just beneath Iceland's icy surface. Rome, in its golden age, was a city of unparalleled magnificence. Sprawling palaces, grand colosseums, and bustling marketplaces adorned its landscape. But in 64 AD, tragedy struck. A colossal fire erupted, consuming vast swathes of the eternal city, turning its architectural marvels into smoldering ruins. The fire began in the merchant area of the city near the Circus Maximus. Fueled by strong winds and the closely packed wooden structures of ancient Rome, the flames spread rapidly. Over the course of 6 days, the fire ravaged through 10 of Rome's 14 districts. Landmarks, homes, temples, and libraries. Few stood a chance against the raging inferno. Historical accounts depict a city paralyzed by the catastrophe. Desperate attempts were made to combat the blaze, but the fire's intensity and the chaotic conditions made it nearly impossible to control. Emperor Nero, under whose reign this disaster unfolded, has been a subject of intense debate. While some historians argue that Nero showed indifference, even playing his lyre as the city burned, others suggest he took active measures to help the affected citizens. Once the flames were finally quelled, the aftermath was a city profoundly transformed. Rebuilding Rome became a monumental task, leading to significant architectural developments. Yet the memories of the fire, the lost treasures, and the countless lives affected became an indelible chapter in Rome's rich tapestry of history. Northern Europe, with its vast coastlines and low-lying lands, has always been vulnerable to the whims of the sea. But few events highlight this vulnerability as starkly as the Cimbrian flood of 13th century AD. In 1219, a tremendous storm surge hit the coastlines of present-day Denmark and Germany. The relentless waves broke through dikes and inundated the coastal regions. The region of Jutland, known to the Romans as Cimbria, bore the brunt of this catastrophe. Vast stretches of land disappeared beneath the floodwaters, transforming the geography of the area. Estimates suggest that the flood claimed thousands of lives. Entire villages were swept away, and farmlands were rendered useless due to the saltwater inundation. Many were forced to abandon their ancestral lands, migrating to safer regions and leaving behind a landscape forever altered. For the communities affected, the Cimbrian flood wasn't just a natural disaster, it was a poignant reminder of the relentless power of nature. Over time, measures were taken to fortify the coastlines, leading to the construction of stronger dikes and sea defenses. However, the memories of the flood, passed down through generations, continue to serve as a cautionary tale for the region. And as always, thanks for watching.